It's the new season and I'm going to be walking to every Premier League club in London on Don Robbie's Football March to raise awareness and money for Prostate Cancer UK. I'm going on the ultimate scouting mission to find out what our London rivals have got in store this season. I'll be giving my passion a football purpose by supporting one of my favourite charities, Prostate Cancer UK. Did you know that prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men? 1 in 4 black men will get prostate cancer, and that's double the risk of white men. Don Robbie's Football March is about raising funds to find better tests and treatments to save men's lives. So how can you help? Keep an eye out for the updates, share my stories about my challenge, and sponsor me to help me save men's lives. Search Don Robbie's Football March on Just Giving or check out the links in my bio. I can't wait.
Hi, what's AFTV? I've got Laurie with me. We've just beaten Lyon 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Laurie, I asked Turkish this. I think it's the right way to start this fan come after the last pre-season game. Does the team feel ready, and why?
Yeah, they are ready, definitely. I think they're as ready as they're going to be. They've had a good pre-season. I think the name of the game when it comes to pre-season is to get the team ready for the start of the coming season, which is next week. And I think if you trace the trajectory of the games they've had, the Bournemouth, Man United, Liverpool, Leverkusen, and today, I think the Leverkusen out of all those ones was the standout game. But even today, I thought we controlled it. I thought we looked good. I was impressed with the energy. Yep. I was impressed with the passing patterns. And there's some players that really shone. Odegaard, I thought, was outstanding today. But a lot of the other guys played their part as well. I think we look ready, man. I think we're up for it.
What's differed from the previous pre-season for you? Do you think it's differed in a positive way, or do you think it's not been to the same level as what we saw from the last pre-season?
No, I think last season was good enough, and look, we did well last season, so I'm optimistic. I mean, like I said, I was impressed with the team today. We won at a canter, really, didn't? Let's be honest. Lyon didn't really trouble us. We won 2-0. If anything, my only slight, and I wouldn't say criticism, observation more than criticism, is that I think we could have scored a few more goals. So if you look, I think we had something like 16 shots, 8 on target. And when you consider that both our goals come from set pieces, we'd have liked a couple more goals from normal play. But listen, man, I'm not going to complain. The team looked ready. You can tell after the game, by the way, the players were smiling. They look in good spirits. They look up for it. They look like they can't wait for next week to come, which me, speaking as a fan, that's how I feel. I'm thinking, yeah, man, bring it on for next week. I'm optimistic and I'm feeling good.
Is it an issue that we scored just from set pieces, though? The way you said you could have scored more goals. Is it an issue that they come from 2 set pieces? Because at the end of the day, if you're objective and you're just a fan watching this, and you would say, look, you won the game. What you complain, the 2 goals, yeah, you might have had more chances, but you've scored 2 goals, you've won the game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we didn't concede. Exactly, we controlled the game. We look by far the better team. I mean, I don't know how far Lyon are into their pre-season. They were missing a couple of players today. But they had a fairly strong lineup. So did we, because the lineup that took the field today, I would expect, the ones that started, that is, I would expect that most of those are going to start next week. And they look sharp, you know what I mean? So I can't really complain. Like I said, it would have been nice to score a few more goals, but that's not necessarily a criticism, because on another day we probably would have done. It could be down to just a bit more playing time. They're obviously going to get better the more games they play. So, like I said, 2-0, could have been 3-4, maybe even 5. But listen, we scored 4 against Leverkusen, so I'm not complaining too much.
Can they take enough, juice from what happened in today's performance today? Can they take enough to, like, fruits from that labour to go into the season on Saturday? Is enough to take? Because I feel like what we're saying is we were so dominant that I was watching the game like, I wish we had better opposition, but then it's like, but then...
But you know what, we said that when they played Leverkusen, didn't it? We thought Leverkusen were going to bring it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that game started competitively, but once we scored, we just kind of overran them.
We rushed them.
Yeah, and it was a similar type of thing today. Okay, we didn't score 4 goals, but in terms of class apart, we were a class apart today.
What was a harder game? Because now thinking about it,
that's a good question.
It is a good question, because the score of Lyon shows that this was, but if I'm honest, we were just really good. It's a tough. Yeah, what was the harder game?
No, that is a very good question. Probably Leverkusen, to be honest, because at no stage did Lyon really threaten us. I think Ainsley, to be fair to him, he went down the wing. It was in the first half or in the second half. Could have been the second half, and he created a good chance, put a nice ball in. But Raya came out and made a good stop from that. But I'm really struggling to think of any times when they really got behind us or caused us any real difficulty. And like I said, we seem to control the midfield, and we always looked like we had more than enough to spare going forward. So we didn't get the goals I would have liked us to have got. But like I said, it was a dominant performance. And I think if you're the manager, if you're Mikel Arteta, and you're seeing the way we progressed during pre-season, I think you're now at a stage where you're thinking, yeah, man, we're ready for next week. So I'm optimistic.
Let's have a word quickly on Calafiori. I think everyone on the fans want to know what you made of him when he entered the field today.
Yeah, he looks a player, man. He looked energetic enough. You can see he likes a tackle from the little bit I saw of him. It would nice to have seen him get a few more minutes. Agreed. I was hoping that he might come on at half time. Because like I said, we're under no real threat. Not that the result really matters anyway. So it would have been nice to see a bit more of him, but I get it. They're trying to, he's only just come. He's having to adapt to a new country, new training methods, new people. So I get it. They're trying to assimilate him slowly. He will figure. I don't think he'll start next week, but I'm sure in the coming weeks he will play his part. And I'm excited to see him, man. I am.
Let me end by asking you this. You were quite complimentary. I think you actually would have said he was your man of the match. Martin Odegaard, our captain today, in the performance. What more does he need to give in this Arsenal side, if anything? Because he is the captain. We haven't won the league yet, but he seems like to be the staple in the side, especially today. He's the one that links the play. But what more do you think he needs, or if there is anything, Martin Odegaard? You
know what? I'm so impressed with Martin Odegaard. His play, his energy, he leads the press. Some of the things he does on the ball are sublime. And he just seems to epitomise Arsenal right now. He's the leader, he's a captain, he brings the team forward, he tracks back and makes tackles. He's everywhere. So I think it's going to be a big season for him. I think only if there's, again, it's not a criticism, but if there's an area of his game where he could improve upon is be a bit more direct, shoot a bit more and score a few goals. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but listen, I'm sure he'll do it, man. I'm sure next season, he'll be even better than he was last season. And last season, he was very good.